Hello and welcome everyone to the January monthly meeting for GEG Iowa. Welcome. Sorry for the little bit that we are late. Hopefully everyone who is on live can hear me. Please let me know if you cannot. You may hear little naughty kitty who is joining us today on just off camera. She is biting me because I am moving around and she does not like it. So you will have to bear with us. On the screen for you is where you can reach our website and all information that you need for connecting with us and staying up to date and becoming involved with GEG Iowa. So welcome. Thank you. If this is your first time, I am looking forward to working with you. We are a pretty new, community. We just started in the this last summer. And so we're still here, hold on. This kitty needs to get thrown across the room because she's being naughty. Sorry. So we are a pretty new Google group, but we hope that we can grow. And if you guys have connections, we will hopefully make that happen. So you can get to our website from the website that is on the page right now. It is bit.ly / all caps GEG dash and then Iowa. The I in Iowa is capitalized. That will take you to the homepage of our website, which is currently displayed as well on the screen. And on this website, on the landing page, has everything that you could ever need in here. It has information about the group. Let me show you here. So it has information about the group. Actually, here, I'm going to get rid of my camera. Kind of gives you everything you need to know. There is a link to the discussion board, which is our Google group where you can connect with us if you have any questions in between each monthly meeting. There is a link to our actual live schedule, and it will take you directly to, if I clicked on this right now, it would actually take us to this very live link. So I'm not going to do that. You can also click the different links up above in the navigation. It will always show the next meeting on the monthly meetings tab. And I will update that as early, hopefully, as tomorrow with our next meeting, which I will talk about when our next meeting is. You can get to our agenda on this page, which I will tell you that this agenda is a running agenda. It's the same agenda that I will use all year round. And then at the end of this school year and into the next school year, I will start a new document for next year's agenda. And you will be able to access previous years from the same location and from this website. So if you're not sure, just go ahead and reach out. There is information on how to contact me on here as well. So it's got we've got your guidelines and all of that on here. There is also a Google Sheet embedded on this same webpage that shows all of our upcoming dates. We try to meet once a month, but right now is extremely busy. I'm actually getting married on March 9th. So we are going to skip next month because it's going to be too much going on. But I will meet with you shortly after the wedding, and then we will meet in April and May. That will be our last meetings of this school year. I will try to host a meetup at least once over the summer, but as soon as I have figured out that my calendar, I will update that information. At any point, you can also access the actual Google Sheet by just clicking the little, I don't know what you call that, pop-up thing. And I keep this updated. And then as soon as like tomorrow happens, this will automate of like the January one will be grayed out, similar to the previous ones. And March will be in green because that'll be the next upcoming event. So that is kind of a quick overview. So I am going to go to the agenda and kind of go from there. So, and if I've been going a little too fast for you here, the agenda and that website can be found at bit.ly/GEG-Iowa. So if you go there and then you click on monthly meetings. Sorry, I'm on the wrong screen. Let me get to the right screen for you here. So if we go to the web page by going to bit.ly/GEG-Iowa, you'll get here, and then the easiest way to get to our agenda is to go to monthly meetings, and the very second link on here will be the agenda. So if you click on this link, it will take you here. And this, like I said, it's a running document, so I will keep it all updated. The very first thing on this document is always the table of contents. I update it as frequently as possible. The very first section of the running document will have, and this is all clickable, I should say. The table of contents is all clickable. So this first section is how you can become, get involved and join us on all of our socials. So all of those links are there. As any of them change, you can go ahead. I will update them here as well. I have my personal email on here for you to access. And all of that. I realize I have not even introduced myself. So how about I actually do that here real quick, and then we'll dive a little more into that information. So if you click on today's agenda, it will take you down to today's agenda. And so the first item on the agenda is supposed to be welcome, which I already kind of did that, and introduction. So I am the Google Educator leader of GEG Iowa. I've been in the education system in Iowa and in the U.S. for, this school year is my 9th year, I believe. Yeah, 9 years of teaching experience. So, and kind of different subjects, but all middle school. The youngest grade that I did was 5th grade. So I've taught 5th grade through 8th grade. A couple different things, but my major two focuses have always been literacy-based and tech-based. So I, after 5 years of teaching, in which I had been a reading specialist, a lit and language arts teacher, and a tech teacher throughout those 5 years, in varying different positions, different schools, I went back for my master's and got an ed tech degree. My technical degree is from the University of Missouri, and it is a master's in learning technologies and design, essentially a tech coach. So, and for the last 2 years, I have been working mostly remote for the Iowa Educational Services for the Blind and Visually Impaired. Bit of a mouthful, and generally no one knows what that is. We are a division of the Iowa Department of Ed, and we are a state school. Our students are all students across the state that qualify for any kind of vision services. So our teachers of the visually impaired are all over the state, and then my job is to work with those teachers of the visually impaired on anything they want to learn tech-wise. So I lead a lot of tech trainings, I do a lot of research, play around with a lot of resources. If they see a general ed student using a tool that we do not have the funding for, I play around and try to find free and or cheap alternatives and lots of different stuff. It is an amazing job. I love it. And I'm very lucky to have it. So that is a little about me. If this is your first time being here, sorry, you will probably notice I am a bit of a space case. I will try not to be, but that's how it goes. And so I'll give you a little overview of how it's going to work. Again, this agenda has that information for you. There's a link to our general guidelines, which will direct you to the website's general guidelines, which are the same thing. It's just a copy and paste of that. There is a link that you can go to that it's just a Google form that you can fill out to say you attended today. That just allows me to fill it out in the Google Coach platform. And, well, hello. I'm not sure. I wish this told me what time things came in, but that is okay. Hello, Nick Ramstead. How are you today? Where do you teach? Sorry, I got completely sidetracked. So that second link is the attendance. And one final thing here, I guess, well, let me finish this off. Then usually what I do after the like general introductions is I usually every month I go over my top 2 favorite links of things that I've been messing with a lot lately, whether it's through work, for personal reasons, or just whatever, that I think that teachers of all walks of life would have some benefit and make great use of. I will kind of go into those, and then after I have shared my 2, then it is audience show and tell time, which there is a section after my section. So these are each. So one thing I should say that each heading is actually collapsible, and you guys on your end are able to expand and collapse, and it won't affect my viewing. It won't affect your viewing. So at any point during live, or if you come to this after the fact or before the fact, you can leave comments in the audience show and tell. If you are logged into an actual Google account, it will say who left the comment. So if you want to be anonymous, you totally can, and just leave a comment by doing it in an incognito window. Totally fine with me. But this document, you can leave comments anywhere on there, but the best place for you guys to be able to do it is in this section. That's the first place I'm going to check, and we will kind of always go there after I discuss the 2 links of the month. And then I will always end the meeting with telling you guys, reminding you of our upcoming events. So that is the gist. So let's dive right in. And to note, as I said, like all of the headings are expandable and collapsible. So like all previous months' agendas are also expandable and collapsible. That hopefully helps you guys because documents become very long. Hopefully you guys find that valuable. So this month's theme is actually very much like calendar based. I've actually had a lot of calendar requests lately at work, and so I've been diving into this stuff, and I'm like, well, maybe people are not aware of these 2 different resources. In my job, we use Outlook, so I am most familiar with the one that I'm going to introduce you to from Microsoft, but I also use Google Calendar in my personal life. So I will show you guys essentially the same feature and how they are similar and how they're different across the 2 different platforms. If you use other calendar platforms, I can't guarantee that they have something similar, but a lot of them do. And I also try to always have like a fun link, a bonus link to some kind of educational game that I have been playing. I do a lot of like logic puzzles and Sudoku and stuff like that. So that is a kind of a quick little overview. So the next thing, if this is your first time of how I kind of run this, I generally have, well, I always have at least 2 links per resource, sometimes 3. I try to not go over 4 because that's overkill and we only have an hour together. So it is very limited. So the first link, and it'll always be whatever, like it's on the main line item. So looking at Microsoft bookings is the first one I'm going to refer to. But the first link is the actual link that will take you to the resource that I am referring to. And then the second and or third and or fourth link is always some kind of video tutorial, article, some kind of resource about that resource, about that link that I found useful and hope that you guys will find useful. So the videos in particular, I try to find some videos that are pretty short but still very informative. So hopefully you guys find that to be useful. And if at any point you guys know of another great, like I watch a lot of YouTube, so if there are any good ed tech YouTubers that you guys want to share, that is a great thing to share in audience show and tell. If there's even another video, another article that you read recently about the same topic, that would be a great thing to share as well. Other people can benefit from it. So we encourage that kind of sharing. Okay, so our first link is, so it's called Microsoft Bookings. It's it's not incredibly new, but a lot of people don't know about it. And so I have the URL on the screen for you. It is, to get to Microsoft Bookings, you're going to go to outlook.office.com/book with me. The first time you go here, you're probably going to need to, put in your credentials. If you do not have a Microsoft account, it's not really going to let you do anything. They want you to sign in. If you get sent to this page, like you can still get sent here, like as a Microsoft user, I can send and ask people who don't have a Microsoft account to book an appointment with me through this, even though they don't have a Microsoft. So I will show you guys kind of how that works. So if you go to this link, and I'm just going to show you guys what mine looks like. So this is actually on my end. This is what mine looks like since I've already set up my booking page, but I'm going to kind of show you guys what it looks like to someone who comes across it. I think that is on my student account. Yep. Okay. So all right. So let me zoom out a little bit for you guys. So this is what someone who is logged into their Microsoft sees when they get to my booking page that I have already set up an event for, a booking page for. So, and again, I will walk kind of you guys through this entire thing, but essentially they can come here, they'll be able to see my availability. Microsoft Bookings talks to my Outlook calendar, so they only can book for times that I'm available. It only will book in my working hours and different stuff like that. So all they have to do, and I'm going to do it as a test for my test account, all they got to do if they are logged in is, like, so say I'm like, okay, I want to book, let's go a little further out. Let's book something for February 1st at 9 a.m. And then it's as simple as, it literally is like, okay, what's your name? What's your email? Is there anything you want to share with them? And then I'm going to click book. And then me, the person who has the booking page, is going to get an email. Let's not go to Outlook quickly. Or not go to email. Okay. So I am going to get, come on. Okay, book meet with Whitney for a meeting invitation from me. Okay. Oh, that's right. So since I'm the person, that is correct. So, okay. So the person who books it gets an email. This is what it's going to look like. It looks exactly like most other Outlook meetings. So all they have to do is click yes. If they click yes, then me, the actual person who has it, is going to get, well, I should get a notification. So that's weird because I should get a notification. I used to get notifications. Let me see. So what did I just book that for? I booked that for, unless it's just delayed. It could just be delayed. Your booking is confirmed. Test student. Hi, test student, your booking is confirmed. Okay. Let's see if it's on this calendar. Okay. Where did we, I don't remember where we put that. Where did we put that? Oh yeah, February 1st. Oh duh, that's why. Maybe because we're not looking far enough ahead. And I'm sorry, I have so much other crap on my calendar. Oh, there we go, February 1st. So it's already on here. For some reason, I did not get an actual notification unless I... Okay, well, there is some way to make sure that you get a notification, and it's kind of weird that I didn't. So I must have disabled something, or it might be going to my spam for some reason. So something I apparently did not test before going live. Sorry, guys. But if it gets canceled, so say we go here and, or like we change it, like say I'm like, nope, that ain't happening. Let me just cancel it. So I'm going to cancel. Then the person who booked it gets a cancellation immediately. So really, really awesome way to do it. So that's very nice and very easy for that to happen. And this is like extremely easy to kind of set up. So when you are creating this page, when you navigate to this page here, let me show you. I'm gonna go, oh, sorry, not that. Okay, so if you go to your booking page, let's do it on the test account. Okay, so this is what it looks like when you go there the first time and you have nothing on here. It's pretty easy. To get started, you will literally click the plus button, and then it's all pretty self-explanatory. The couple things that might trip you up is that if you use what's the word? If you use Zoom, you can put a Zoom link in here. Mine has a Zoom link, but you just have to do some extra steps, and you just kind of have to be smarter than the tool to go to do that. So if I were to do this, we're going to do meet with Whitney, and then we'll just put test event so I remember. And then I'm just going to call this video call. Okay. So then for description, I'm actually going to go to my Zoom, and then in Zoom, next to new meeting, you'll click the little drop down. Sorry, the dog. Bunsen. Relax. Okay. So then on here, you'll want to do copy invitation. So then in description, you can just straight up paste that entire section. And then for location, you can actually paste the link to your Zoom, which the biggest caveat here that I messed up is the you're going to be tempted to, since you just copy and pasted, you're going to be tempted to copy this link. That is not the right link. That is if you're phoning in, I guess, which doesn't make any sense. Instead, if you scroll through most of it, there will be a part of this description that says join Zoom meeting. That is the link you want to copy. And then in location, you just paste it. And then the other thing that I learned from messing up is that you want to make sure after you pasted it that you click use this location, because by clicking it, then you have like saved it and it is in there. So then you can choose if you want a reminder, public versus private. So like if I sent you guys this link and it's on public, any of you guys could book. If it's private, only people that I specifically send the link, they can get to it. Whereas the public people, if you just search my email, you can find it. And then there is some extra customization you can do. You can either use like your regular meeting hours, or you can do custom availability. So you can choose what days you don't want to allow, like if you have office hours that you always, I'm like, nope, I'm always doing this at 10 o'clock on Thursday. I need to get that removed. You can do that. And then it lets you also do like buffer time and other stuff like that. So that is this. And then there is an add an email reminder and add a follow-up email. One thing I will say about this add an email reminder, which I have not done this, but there's been, some people have been like, well, it's not really all that secure to just have your meeting information here, which you can get around by having a waiting room in your Zoom meeting. So just not random people can just get in, or bots, or you can set it to private if you want to avoid that. And then once you have this set up, the thing that I like about this the most is that you can, if you go to share, is that you can add it to your email signature. So I can go to email signature settings. And since this is a test account, I don't have it in here, but I'm going to show you guys it from my real work account. So in here under Meet with Whitney, we've got email signature, or I might be under here. No, I think it's, yeah, okay. So email signature settings. So I actually have it right here. Book time to meet with me. And then, yeah, there's literally just a clickable, include a link to my bookings page in my signature. So every time I send an email, let me show you guys. If I have, anytime I like insert a signature, or if it's automatic, right now, and I do use this all the time, it automatically, here, hold on, sorry. My camera's in the way. It automatically throws the book time to meet with me. That is customizable of what I wanted to say. Honestly, I should probably edit it. Let me show you guys what that looks like. I'm just going to send a test email to that same test account. And then they can directly from that email book it. Here, we'll wait for that to come through. Okay, so yeah, they can click this and it'll take them to the exact same page. So there you go. So takes them the same place. Pretty awesome. And like if anything changes about this, like it's all automatically updated in the background for you. So you do not need to worry about that. So that is Microsoft bookings. Let me make sure there's no questions before I move on to our next one. Alrighty. And remember, there's a video here, kind of goes through it a little bit more for you. So if you instead use Google Calendar, there is a new feature on Google Calendar that allows you to do very similar things. There's things about it, things I don't love about it. So let me show you. So you'll want to go to Google Calendar, which I put the URL up there for you, but it's just calendar.google.com. And when you go to your calendar, let me turn off this because I don't need to see stuff. On here, there is the create button, and to access this feature, you can just simply click. There's the option to, it's called appointment schedule. So you can go ahead and do that. And then I'm going to show you guys what mine looks like because I already set mine up. So essentially I did the same thing. This is a very similar thing, but this is Google's version. But Google has it in Google Calendar instead of Gmail. There is no way to just turn it on in Gmail. At least right now. Hopefully, I did ask them in a put in feedback in the hopes that they will, it'll be like a enable or disable option. But yeah, so this is my essentially the same thing. I built the same bookable thing. I just called it something else. I think it's one-to-one video call. And I put a little description. This one, I just set it to Google Meet because it's a Google Calendar event, but you can do Zoom in here also. Just to do Zoom, you would need the Zoom extension, and then it actually works. And I will show you guys how to do that as time allows, but I will give you a show. But essentially, same thing here. So I can say, let's book something for Monday the 5th, and we'll say, yep, it just automatically is filling in it, which this is just my username, my fake username. Okay, so I booked that. An email was sent. Okay, so the email was sent, and then the only annoying thing here is that it's annoying because it's like I created this in Google Calendar, but again, work uses Outlook, so I maybe should have created it in my personal account, which that's fine. We can do it in my personal account. Let's just do something real quick. We'll just call it Meet with Whitney Test Event. Okay, and then we will just leave pretty much everything the same. Let's do a Google Meet video. Okay, good. Okay, very good. All right, and then let's open test account book with this. Okay, so here we go. Let's do the 5th, 11 a.m. Test student. Okay, this time it is gonna go to. There we go. That time it worked. Okay, so this is kind of what it looks like. Let me zoom out a little bit. So looks a little different than the Microsoft option. But that's because it's Google. So, and granted, I'm looking at this in Outlook, but that's because my test account and my regular work account is Outlook. So this is what it looks like from here. On my personal side, though, probably got an email. Yes. Okay. So I got an email, and this is what it looks like on this side as the person who has the bookable page. So I could click yes, and then it's on my calendar. So pretty cool. I can always get rid of it. I could change it, anything like that. If I show you guys with that, since I have, I hope I have, yeah, I have the Chrome extension. Okay, so if I go, and I'll just show you guys, I can do this with a regular event too. Oh yeah, you can literally even see it on here. So with the Zoom event extension installed, there's literally just a make it a Zoom meeting, which is kind of weird that it's down here. But when you go to actually the full screen one, it'll be next to the video one. I don't think I can do both. I'd be curious to make it both. Apparently you can. So it could be either option, which seems a little off, but you know, so you can set that in the actual, like in the bookable thing as well. So kind of interesting. So that is, hold on, sorry, I went to the wrong screen. That is the Google Bookable one. With this, I will say the annoying thing here. I go to this, so it's like I can share this. So like if I want to, so like there is not as easy an option in Gmail to just, you know, toggle on, put this in my email signature. You can put this in your email signature. Let me show you. In fact, I think I have a test one in there, but we'll just do it for fun. And it's pretty easy, like once you copy it. I think there's also a copy link button. But if I go here and I go to signature, I think it's already in here, but I'm gonna, yeah, see here, it's right here, but I put it in there. So I just wrote it out, and then I did a link, and then I just, oops, oh, apparently I just removed it. So we're gonna do it. There we go. So let me show you what that looks like. We'll have the test account book something again. So I'm gonna insert my signature. Test, and we'll just say from Gmail this time. Okay. And essentially the same thing is going to happen. I'm just going to be directed to, well, it's in the email, so it's always in the email, and all of that. My internet must just be not going, because what is going on? Let's have a look, see if it actually sent. Yeah, it says it sent. What's going on? There it is. It's just slow. Okay, so if I click book a time with me, there we go. Takes me here. The nice thing about this one is that you don't actually have to log into a Google account. It's still going to ask you for verification. And I think when you are setting this up, that you can disable some of it. And there's all these other settings you can do too, which is awesome. You guys will have to take a look at that. But where is it? Oh yeah, booking form. So yeah, you are required to request these things, but you can also attach other ones, and you can either toggle on or toggle off the email verification. So like if they are, I can't remember if this is for all emails. Yeah, I think it's for all emails, just to make sure it's not a bot or malicious. There is a tutorial that is attached to this one if you just click take a tour. So that's pretty nice. But that is the Google Calendar. I'm sorry, I'm losing it. It's been a long day and a long week, and we're only at Wednesday. Google Calendar appointment schedule. It has replaced, I think it used to be called appointment slot. So that is going away. And one other thing I was going to say with this is that you can also come in, and with that, let me show you guys. If there are certain dates that you know you do not want to, like you are not going to be able to meet at a certain time, then you can come in here and you can change. You can manually come in here and change, like, okay, like I know I'm going to be off on January 25th and January 26th, so I can literally just come in here and I can say I'm not available, and I can just hit save, and then this person will no longer. So right now, yep, they cannot book on Thursday or Friday. So that's kind of nice. There is like you can do the same thing in Microsoft, but if you are specifically wanting to book specific times and just specific times with other people, with other coworkers and stuff, there is a different tool that I will talk about probably next time or a little later on. We don't need to just go calendar. There is a lot of calendar stuff that is very helpful that I use a lot because I am a calendar crazy girl. So that is that. Okie dokie. So that is that. Then the final thing here is our bonus link. So it is called the missing letter. Let me put that URL on the screen for you guys. It is through Merriam-Webster's website. And if you go on this final link, it will take you there, which I think I have it open. Essentially what this is, and what my bonus links usually are, like I kind of said earlier, is that they are educational games, not even always necessarily for kids. Like honestly, I play this just in my personal life, but they could also be great enrichment activities. This one would be great for like small groups. But essentially what this website is that every week there is a new crossword. This one in particular, if you are going to use it with students, you're going to probably not want below high school, because some of these weekly crosswords, me and my bowling team does every Tuesday, and we have not finished some of them because there are just some of them that are hard, to say the least. And so if I go to the missing letter 25, so this is from last week, January 8th. Was that last week? I don't know. But so essentially what this is, it's not just a normal crossword. What's cool about the missing letter is that it is interactive. You can actually do it in a team. So up to 4 people can play on 4 different devices, and there's something about it that makes that really fun, and everybody's on at the same time, and you don't necessarily know who is on which, so like who is playing against you. And so once you're in, you can then share it with your friends, or you could have it so that, all of the kids are in individual groups and they can play it then. And different stuff like that. They are, like I said, very hard. Some of them aren't that hard. Once upon, it's not a time. Or maybe it is a time. That is one annoying thing about this. Merriam-Webster, I think, in my opinion, flies by the seat of the pants. I would not personally think you should be able to do 2 words in a crossword, but they make the rules, not me. So whatever. But the other interesting thing about the missing letter, it is called the missing letter. So there are all these little circles throughout the crossword that you find out by the time you have solved the entire crossword, there is one letter of the alphabet missing. And as you go, let's try to solve one that actually has. Oh, it's also nice that when you click on any of these, it highlights. If you double click, it switches to the, the reverse, the across or up and down. So let's see right now, ceiling cooler fan. So as you fill it out, it will start to eliminate the letters. Since there's one missing letter, there are 25 of these circles. So you cannot have any repeat letters in any of the circles. So if this clue is correct, if this is actually fan, there should not be any other F's in any of these other circles. So for instance, 10 across, triangular sail, set on a stay, extending usually from the head of the foremast to the bow sprint. Triangle sail. I'm like, wouldn't that just be a sail? Mast? I'm like, no idea. How about down? San Juan, maybe? It does not tell you whether you're right. There is an option, which, kids might cheat, but they can cheat at any point in their life. I can also cheat at any point in my life. So I could check the letter, I could check the word, I could check the grid, but it does not do that automatically. You could also reveal whether anything is right or wrong. And then if you get to the end and it's wrong, then it will just say like, oh, you've not solved it. There's more than one thing that is wrong. So right now it's eliminated J. Ooh, sorry. It's eliminated J and F. So if I go to 66, noun, a widespread or usual practice, procedure, or custom. Like norm? Say a norm. I doubt it's that. Most of these, you don't find out till you're done that you're wrong. A worker who makes or repairs things of sheet metal. So I would think like welder, but that's clearly not it. Metal welder or geographical city comprising a state of Germany, capital of Germany on the Spree River. Population is okay. City comprising a state of Germany, city Berlin, Munich. Well, I'm like, is it in English? Usually it tells you whether it's in English or not. Okay. Suffering from nausea. Nauseous, sick. Fever? So yeah, as I'm kind of working through it, it's eliminating letters. But again, if I'm wrong on some of these, like I won't know until I get down to some of the nitty gritty, and it's like, oh, that makes 0 sense together, just like any other crossword. But yes, this one is definitely worth a checkout. So you guys should check this one out. I really like this one, and I think you guys will like this one too. So that is all of my links for this month. Let me do one final check. See if we have any comments today. We do not have any comments today. Okay. Alrighty. And then the final thing before I let you guys go today is letting you know about our upcoming event. So this final section, if you click this link, it will take you to, I already have it open. Here, it'll take you to our Google Sheet that has all of the next dates. This always will have the agenda on it when it's linked. It'll have our live stream link. It'll have the calendar invite if you want to add it to your calendar. And then it has a link to the attendance sheet. So then, so our next time, we are meeting on March 20th at 7 p.m. Central Time. We always meet Central Time because we all probably live in Iowa. So we're meeting in March, April, and May. So I will see you guys in March. Thank you guys so much for being here, and I will see you